Good evening.
Uh, Myself, Zoya Thomas Lobo, and I'm India's first transgender photojournalist. Uh, can you just repeat me the question? I'm really sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't get you.
so the question to you would be, how do you envision society should accept you as one of its members?
Um, See, if I go in a simple way, society at one part keep transgenders. They feel that transgenders are holistic. Okay. They want them to be on their occasions or somewhere they want transgenders to come and bless them. They feel that if a transgender person bless them, then for such occasions they require trans community people. But when it comes to employment or some other things, I myself, I have faced some issues when I was on my way for begging, when I used to beg on the trains or in the shops to shops. Yes. So, these people used to these people, they used to not entertain us, because when I have been on the roads or on the shops to collect arms. So once when I was asking money to a shopkeeper and I told him like de do bhaiya karke, so this fellow said no, I don't have anything with me, you go. So I told him, chalo, you don't pay me, you can give me a job, I want to work. He was not having any answer. He was quiet and he was silent that time. So I told him that आप हमें काम भी नहीं देना चाहते हो और फिर आप ऊपर से बोलते हो आप लोग काम धंधा क्यों नहीं करते. आप काम दो, हम काम करेंगे, right? If the society give us that small step and opportunity, why won't we work? Why won't we be the part of the society want us in different ways. Like I have seen now these people, they want our blessings, so they'll come, mataji आप हमें blessing do, they'll treat us as a goddess, as a super goddess or something kind of that. But when we want to be amongst them, like we want to be a part of them, they will say nahi nahi ye wo, they will try to be away from us. I have experienced this few things with me. Like some people, they are very close to us, but when it comes in public place or somewhere, they don't want to be closer to us, they don't want to sit next to us, or they'll try to behave in a such a way that we are untouchable or kind of things. But we should stop such things. Like at one part you'll treat us holistic and one part you'll treat us as a untouchable. But it's time now where we are in 2024. Soon this 2024 might also over and 2025 might come. Things are changing. AI has come up. AI has, gone so far and further that people should understand that these people are also human beings. Today we are not in education, but there will be a time where our recognizations also will be in education system. That time, what you all will do? That time, obviously, people want trans community peoples to come and give talk, and they want them to come and share their journey, but none of them wants to be sit with a trans person for a coffee, or they don't want them to be with them when they see a trans person in that attire of hers, where she goes in her day-to-day life. I can share you one or two of my experiences. So there was in some of the showrooms, I had worn sari, a bindi and all. So when I enter, guard stops me. It's a well-known coffee shop, so I won't reveal the name. So it's a well-known coffee shop. So when I went over there, I had one foreigner journalist waiting inside for me. She said, "I'm waiting in so-and-so cafe." And recently, last time I think so, that cafe launched some video related to inclusive diversity. So the guard had stopped me on the door, that he didn't allowed me to go inside. Finally, I had to call the person that I am been getting stopped by the guard. Please, can you come outside and meet me? So she said, why? And that time when the manager of that cafe came, I told him, you all talk about inclusive diversity and such things, and your guard is stopping me. Where is the sensitization for your guard? Why is your God not aware about it? Then later on, I told that fellow that, do you know that who I am, what I am? Just looking at my attire, you are not allowing me. So later on, I told him, Google my name, you'll get to know that who I am, what I am. So these are the things. So, sensitization and awareness should be more in the society, where we can be the part of the community, when we can be the part of the society. And that well-known cafe was none of the other. It's Starbucks. So after holding a name, after holding so much of everything, still my community people or me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, ma'am. It was really eye-opening.
I
So,
have a question, Zoya. Hi, how are you?
Hi Ratna. Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
So, Zoya, thanks a lot for sharing. I think it has been.
Ratna, sorry, before you sharing me your question, I have one
You're on mute. You're
as
on mute. You're on.
oh 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 oh. Uh,
Okay, I think I can hear you now. Yeah.
yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. As I have one small advice right now, I'm on my workspace. I'm just
Okay.
doing my uh, session
Okay.
from my workspace. So I have completed almost 1 year with my workspace this June 5th. So I'm now working as a front office executive with one of the corporate companies in Navi Mumbai.
Wow.
So yeah, I have one advice for you, Ratna. As one session, I think so you had done for that some job fair kind of thing. I would request due to Vividhata, you should do such you know uh, session where all these people from various places, like where there'll be police people also, there'll be lawyers, there'll be doctors, there'll be all people of certain places, where they'll get a sensitization of LGBTQIA. What is LGBTQIA? You know, Balchandra ji, if I'm wrong, you can guide me. What you say on this suggestion?
Yes, absolutely, Zoya. Thanks a lot. And I think
This
you're
is a
saying
suggestion,
for
like because
public,
yeah, yeah, for
as
public,
well,
yeah,
rather
yeah,
than having
and the
it in a
teachers
conference.
and the professors should be also from the municipality school, so that they'll get an awareness that LGBTQIA plus is what. Because I have seen people always they don't pronounce properly LGBTQIA. They'll say LGTV or LGBTQ, what not. They will pronounce it. I go crazy explaining them. So like sometime it's fully total various things we get to see. Yeah,
Zoya,
yeah. Huh.
I think that's a very valid suggestion, and I just want to mention an example of an amazing queer activist in Pune. His name is Bindu Madhav Kire. He does a lot of these workshops among the police and among the BMC, the municipal corporation, among different sections of people, lawyers and doctors, as you have mentioned, because among them, the awareness and sensitization tends to be
It's
a problem all the time. So I
Balaji,
think,
it's happening in Pune, but we want in Mumbai. Mumbai is the
I mean,
major
I
pointed city.
completely agree with you. I think we need really, really
It's
have
I
our,
feel like it's enough. We are educating IIMs and all the colleges. Now it's time to go deeply to the people who are reaching to those places. It's time there, because I constantly in between keep on going to Christian nuns and priests, I who are the newcomer
mm,
priests and nuns coming in the society in the Christianity. I go to them and I convey my story. I tell them my journey and everything, because St. Michael's Church in Mahim is the first church to start social work with trans community people and to get them on the mainstream is St. Michael's Church. When I got in touch with them, they got to know about me. I was the first trans with that nun to go in Gorai Uttan and do my talk show with her, and around 150 females, fisher folk females. I went and I gave my talk show during Women's Day over there, and from there onwards our journey started. And now there are so many Catholic churches who are coming up and doing social awareness with trans community people. If the Catholic churches can do this social awareness with the trans community people, why can't others? We are being counted as Shikandi, or we are our story has been counted in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and so not all. But then where are these priests? Why are they not giving us that equal social help or that social support in the society? They want to say that अरे ये लोग ऐसे है, ये है, वो है, इन आप किन्नर को दान करोगे तो आपको पुण्य मिलेगा, ये मिलेगा, वो मिलेगा। अरे पुण्य तो बाद में मिलेगा, पहले उन्हें अपनाओ तो, पहले उन्हें अपनाओ तो। So, guys, whoever are there as the speakers, if I have hurted anyone by my words, I'm sorry, but that is the basic truth. That is the truth. What I want to say. Ratna, you can go with your question. I'm really sorry I got in
Thank
between.
you, Zoya. I think, these are the conversations that we need to start having. I think those grassroots level, conversations, grassroots level work has to happen after all, right? So I think I'm completely with you on what you're saying. Let's see how much we as Vividta can actually do in that space. But people like you are absolutely leading the way, I would say. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you so much for the work that you do, the advocacy, and it's amazing. I think we've interacted as well, met as well, shared hugs, and it's so warm being with you all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's really nice. Thank you so much, Zoya. So my
Y-
question was basically around intersectionality of identities, right? And I try to bring this up a lot, where different other marginalizations also come into the picture when we talk about LGBTQ community. For example, a person who is also from a Muslim minority as such, or is also a Dalit individual, right? So, how would you approach that, and what would you want to say to such individuals? Because I think that certainly creates layered marginalization and doubles the issues that a person faces, right? If they are from the LGBT community and they also belong to other marginalized communities. And which is why, so I think earlier when Shivangi was also discussing about horizontal reservations, I think that is something that is absolutely required when we talk about this at a society level. Yeah. So, but how would you approach this? What would your advice be to, such individuals?
First, I would say that we should have unity amongst each other. There is no unity I can see, because if horizontal reservation in Madras trans community people have got, or in Andhra Pradesh if they have got, they have unity amongst them. You can see Chennai, you can see Kerala. Today transgenders are doctors. Today transgenders are professors. Today transgenders are so many things they are doing. You know, because they have unity in them. Here in Mumbai, Maharashtra, I can't see unity in any one of them. Everyone are thinking about amongst them. So as the same thing, even we can see in the marginalized people also, कि हाँ मैं मेरा देख लूंगा तुम तुम्हारा देख लो. It's happening like that. Here, if we come together, everything is possible. We should be united first. If we are not united, nothing is going to happen. It's like that. If these three, four buggers can come together and form a government, why can't we all can come together and ask for a reservation? Then why should we ask for 1%? We'll ask for 100% reservation, right? If I hope my answer suits your question.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Zoya.
Half of your question went like a flight from my head, but still I tried to remember it, tried to understand it. I'm really sorry.
Perfect. You're on point.
If
Right, Ayush,
okay,
over to you.
Ayush, yeah. Any more questions?
Thank you so much, Zoya ma'am, for sharing your experience. It was
Ayush,
really
in fact,
fun.
the timetable what you kept was very low time, 5 to 6. This is not the time when we people when we come to talk, we हमारे में उतनी भड़ास होती है ना, वो हम इस talk में इतनी निकाल देते हैं that Bala must be knowing it. Like what is that from a community person when he talks, when he gets a mic, the podium to talk, people has to listen that what are we talking and how we are talking, because it's there inside. And you know what? प्राइड मंथ आता है तो ही हमको लोग याद करते हैं. प्राइड मंथ के बाद हम कहाँ गायब है? वी आर लाइक वन प्लैनेट इन वन कॉर्नर. नेपट्यून को कोई पूछता नहीं है. देयर आर सो मेनी प्लैनेट्स. सैटर्न है, मार्स है, पर नोन प्लैनेट कौन है? सन, मून, अर्थ, बस, और मार्स. बाकी प्लैनेट्स कहाँ गए? सो वी आर लाइक दोस बाकी प्लैनेट्स. वी आर देयर इन द यूनिवर्स, but we have been not seen. You are only seen like we are like a Shani. We are like a Shani planet. Only we are known when the Shani Jayanti comes. रेस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कुछ कलेश हो गया, हाँ शनि की वजह से कलेश हो गया, हाँ राहु के वजह से कलेश हो गया. लाइक दैट वी आर दोस प्लैनेट्स, आई थिंक सो. बट they don't know this Shani and Rahu once comes and sits on their neck will be a big kalesh in their life.
Zoya, ma'am, I have one doubt or something that we can also have to focus on one thing. When I was talking with some transgenders and asked them why you are not adopting any child, they was like, if we adopt any child, people will not accept them also. As we are facing the acceptance issue, they will face same issue that you are a person of a you are a child of a transgender, so don't come in our group. So what we can do in this case
See,
so that the
first,
transgender people
first,
can get.
first, the thing is that if that person, here the thing comes of acceptance, I'll tell you, the trans should be accepted by people as a normal human being.
Mhm.
You know, when we get a normal acceptance, then the kid will also get a normal acceptance. Why that
Yeah,
kid should
actually.
label that I'm a kid of a transgender, my mother is a transgender? Why that kid should say? That kid should say my mother is my mother.
Yeah.
That kid should have that much of strong
Mhm.
this saying, that saying that I am a kid of a mother and I know who is my mother, what is my mother.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay. Actually, that is because it's one of the major issue that transgenders, gay, and lesbians community also face this same issue because somewhere they have to also
Today,
create their
today,
family. They have to
today,
accept their
today
rights.
in the industry, Karan Johar is also a gay, but Karan Johar is also having two kids.
Yes.
Is industry saying those kids are of a gay fellow? What
No,
they
no,
say,
no.
they are kids of Karan Johar.
Yeah.
Tushar Kapoor, he is also a gay, but he's
Hmm.
also having two kids adopted.
Yes.
Are they saying no? Until unless we
But
don't say that, no one will say that.
mhm. But I think in the rural area or somewhere in a ground level, the people they are not so much acceptable for us.
We should make them acceptable for us. Until
Okay.
unless, देखो हम हमारे हक के लिए लड़ेंगे नहीं,
Hmm.
तब तक तुम्हें कोई अपनाने वाला नहीं है. तुम्हें प्यास लगेगी तो तुम्हें ही कुएं के पास जाके पानी पीना है. कुआं तुम्हारे पास नहीं आने वाला है, तो तुम्हारे हक के लिए लड़ना है.
But
If I
with us.
wouldn't have fought for me being India's first trans photojournalist, if
Mhm.
I, the time when I started my journey to become a photographer, seriously telling you all, my journey for being a photographer, my dream was not to become a photographer. I wanted to learn music. So
Mhm.
when
Your mic is
Photato,
muted. Okay.
hello,
Yeah, yeah,
can
okay,
you hear
okay.
me? Yeah. So
Yes, yes.
Photato rejected me. Photato, the employees didn't allowed me to show the violin. If I would
Mhm.
have cried and I would have gone back, अरे उन्होंने मुझे violin दिया ही नहीं, दिखाया नहीं,
Mhm.
I couldn't have moved ahead in my life. I went to another shop.
Mhm.
See, one window is closed. I can try to another window ना. I had that, मेरे में वो जिद थी, तो मैं दूसरे म्यूजिक शॉप में गई, मैंने वहां से वायलिन खरीदा. I didn't knew
Mhm.
photography was going to become my career, was written in my destiny. There are
Mhm.
several steps which are written in our destiny, and we will get that thing. Until unless we don't show that zid. Got my point? हमें हमारी जिद दिखानी है हर एक चीज को अपनाने के लिए. हमें
Mhm.
लड़ना है. अगर एक गे ताली बजा के बोल सकता है कि मैं हमारे कम में ये कम्युनिटी से हूँ, तो हम
Mhm.
वही ताली बजा के क्यों नहीं बोल सकते कि मुझे भी मेरा हक चाहिए.
Mhm.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सेज दैट यू हैव ऑल राइट्स एंड विल टू
Mhm.
आस्क दैट हु यू आर, व्हाट यू आर. देन क्यों नहीं? हमें
Mhm.
हमारा हक मांगने का पूरा पूरा अधिकार है, और जीने का भी हक अधिकार है. आज पूरी भड़ास निकालनी है प्राइड मंथ की.
Thank you. Thank you
I'm
so much.
cutting calls which calls are coming on the while the meeting. क्योंकि हमेशा बात करने नहीं मिलता. The moment what that thing was going on, I heard IIMs only don't celebrate Pride Month and all. It's true. IIM want people to come and give that talk show via TEDx and this and that by the as a motivational speaker, but they don't want to celebrate Pride Month. Then what is the use?
Thank you.
Ayush, you have any more questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you. I'll keep the time thing in mind whenever I'm making my next itinerary.
And do keep it on weekend, please.
Yes, definitely.
I
Don't
just
keep it
want
on
to
Friday.
add something to what Zoya said, if I may.
Sure.
So Very, very well spoken, Zoya, especially about the unity within the community itself. This is something I faced during the after the verdict had come of marriage equality, and there were several, inner queer meetings where the community in itself is divided between whether they want to fight for the marriage rights or not. And like a large sentiment within the community is that, marriage is something still secondary to them. However, I think people be advocating for the marriage rights could not bring forward that it's not just about celebrating the equal right of marrying somebody we want to, but also of all the ancillary rights you get as a married person in this country, right? Something like adoption, as you said. Now, adoption in India, like transgender persons per se are not allowed. A single woman is allowed to adopt, a single man is allowed to adopt, but a single man cannot adopt a single female child. Like there are certain restriction. Adoption is quite complicated in our country as well, and it's not as easy. And given and the way Kara works, the way the process works, it's anyway much more difficult for any trans person or queer persons. Now, when we were fighting the marriage equality case, another thing we flagged was which happened uh, in the year 2023 itself, or the on late 2022. Earlier, live-in couples were allowed to adopt children. However, a Kara circular uh, disallowed that as well, which we challenged during the marriage equality case, and we got a split verdict, dissenting in our favor that it is unconstitutional. However, the assenting verdict was that it is constitutional. The live-in couples, now again, by a very discriminatory regulation, live-in couples are not allowed to adopt a child. That again not only includes a same-sex couple or a queer couple, but also includes a heterosexual couple. Right. Now, when we talk about like the Pride Month, I think these talks are important to, reassess of all the fights we have done in the past and all the fights we have to take forward on the ground as well as legally. The legal fight also they get strengthened once the fight is very strong on the ground. If there was a larger consensus within the community for marriage equality, I think the verdict would have been different. The forget because country is largely homosexual, obviously there was less acceptance within the society, but I think the community itself needs to do a lot of groundwork before we take our battles to the court. We need a lot more unity within ourselves on the issues that we want to fight about, with the policymakers, with the lawmakers, and with the courts when the lawmakers don't do anything. So, something that Zoya said very rightly, I strongly agree that we have to have that unity, and Pride Month, should not be used as a pink washing month just to do your tokenist talks about gay rights or like gay people. No, it's about reminding ourselves of how far we have come and how far we have to go, what battles we have lost, and we have to take those battles forward. Right. So this is a time to remind ourselves that we have to fight at every stage on ground with awareness, with taking the fight to policymakers, to तुम्हारे पंचायत के पंच से लेकर तुम्हारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर, तुम्हारे सारे स्टेट वेलफेयर बोर्ड्स से लेकर तुम्हारे चीफ मिनिस्टर से लेकर then moving forward to all ministries to the central level. Your fight is at every stage with every government sector, and to your policymakers who will be making laws in your state and then in your country. So it's an ongoing fight, and Pride Month is the time where we reassess our battles, our work we have done in the past.
Where we also don't forget that Pride remains a protest.
It is a protest, a revolution.
But
Right.
in these days, Pride has become a business for
Yeah,
brands, for
exactly.
brands, for brands. I can say for brands. People
Yeah,
come, they use whole June month to endorse their brands and their products, and after the June is gone, none of the artists or none of the
The
queer
logo color
person,
also changes.
They will
yeah,
not change
none,
the internal policies which are discriminatory, but just give 10% discount on their serum. You know, it's that bad. They're just pink washing for, well, the hype of it.
and the thing is that eventually we should raise voice against this thing also in the society. We should raise voice for these things also, that y'all are just using our name, y'all are just using our strength. But why don't y'all give us that workspace opportunity in your brands? If y'all want we to be a brand ambassador for your product, hire us, sign a contract with us for a year. If you all can hire a big model who has a name, fame, and everything, then why don't you all hire us? Sign a contract with us for a
Yeah.
year. But they don't want us.